What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Buckles Lockup with your host Isaiah. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. Yeah, folks, got some things to talk about. Shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you want to donate, right there, and the donation links are in the description box. Let me get a quick shout out. A Cash App. I have a Cash App from Thomas. T-Main 1. Thank you for the $3 Cash App. T-Main 1. Appreciate it, man. Cash App. I appreciate the Cash Apps. Super Chats is fine too, but Cash Apps is better because YouTube don't touch that. But yeah, T-Main number 1. Let me give me some shout outs in the chat room. What we got here. I'm watching the condensed game. The all 22 is still not available. NFL Plus, man. You guys got to do better. You got to upload this stuff fast. What's the problem? I'm watching the condensed game. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? NFL Plus? Jesus. Shout out to StreamYard. Grislow, Damien, Rip, Mr. Everything Buck, Damien, Jay, Brent, Haitian Boy 407. Exclusive Garvey, thank you for the $10 super chat. Oh Lord. Much love, bro. Keep grinding. I am grinding. Yes, I keep going. I keep doing it. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the super chat. Keep it on. Keep going. Keep it going. And also you can send it to the Cash App too. Yeah. Jay, what up? Got a Saints fan in the building. Y'all know what this means, right? Y'all know what that means. If you are a fan of this this series, this cult following, you do know what this means. You do know what this means, right? You do know what it means. Does anybody know what this means? It's funny. Who that for life? Come in peace. I'm low-key Trekkie a little bit. I'm not all the way. Let me see who else. Young DZ 2007. Jake. Bucks game 101. Panther, but we got a Panthers fan in the building. Shout out to the Panthers fans, man. The kitty cats. Panthers Buzz. FSU 23. Well, there you go. That's how you feel about bowls? Mix, snoof. Yeah, NFL Plus, man. I'm kind of disappointed in them because they don't have no tools that you can play with the replay. It's kind of like you have to watch it and pause it, and I paid for the year, so I got to make it work. Maybe I should have got Game Pass, but I'm a little disappointed in NFL Plus, man. He got his popcorn ready. Panthers fan got his popcorn ready. Corey Hall, what's up, man? Star Trek. Somebody got it right. Somebody got it right. I come in peace. I'm not coming here to start no trouble. Now, I watched the old Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? James T. Kirk, Captain Kirk, William Shatner back in the day, and Star Trek Generations. Now that Star Trek Voyager and all the other stuff, I kind of got bored of that. But the original Star Trek, 70s, 80s, showing my age a little bit, and also Star Trek Generations, Captain Picard, yeah, that Star Trek, I rock with that. But all this other stuff is just all over the place. Yeah. Carlos, what's up? It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute for you, buddy. Mr. Everything Bucks. Oh, look at the Panthers fan. I ain't never seen you in here. You got if you're gonna be a Panther fan, much respect, no disrespect, but if you're gonna be a fan all the way through. Don't show up when your team do something in the moment. That's why I don't get some of these fan bases and they fans around here. They only show up when they team doing something good. They never around when they team bad. You gotta be all the way through with it. You can't be picking and choosing when you want to be a fan. Come on, man. You gotta be a fan all the way through. Rich Sing 41. Bucket with your girl. What's up, baby girl? I might bring you on today. You know what I'm saying? I do want to hear what you got to say. The Star Wars guy. I mean, I watched all the Star Wars too. I mean, hey, look, I watch a lot of stuff. So, yeah, I watched Star Wars. What's the fate? Emperor Strikes Back. Is that the best one? Because the new Star Wars is horrible. The last couple. If you watch the timeline, you know the timeline of Star Wars. Yeah, but Emperor Strikes Back, Jedi Return of the Jedi. That was pretty good. Yeah, Star Wars is better than Star Trek because Star Trek they was all right in the first two, Star Trek and Star Trek Generations, and then they just yikes. Phantom Menace, you know, that was pretty cool. I like Star Trek 2, 3, 4, 6, and I mean not Star Trek, but Star Wars. 2, 3, 6, 7, Emperor Strikes Back, 6, 7, 8, and maybe 9. Now I like the Clone Wars. I like the anime Star Wars. Roy, what's up, man? Young D, I don't know. Rogue One was all right. Revenge of the Sith, yes, that was all right. Exclusive Garvey with another super chat. What's your cash app, bro? Oh, okay, my bad, dude. I got you. Hold on. Let me put it out there for you. It's right there. It's right there. It's the cash app. If you like the content, right there. Transformers. Okay. Revenge of the Sith. Revenge of the Fallen? Obi-Wan. Well, I haven't seen Obi-Wan yet. I got to catch up. I got to do a little catch up. So let's get to it. I'm watching the condensed game right now, and it looks even worse on the replay. It looks even worse. I'm gonna use a word that's not really a word. It looks worser. It looks worser when you actually watch it again. But yeah. So for those of you that is this Overreaction Monday? Is this Overreaction Monday? Oh, and the book of Bobby Fett, yeah, that was good. Yeah. Clone Wars anime. Star Wars anime is pretty good. Go check that out if you haven't seen Clone Wars. Attack of the Clones, Clone Wars. It's kind of like they kind of put that. If you know the timeline, they put that basically right behind it, the continuation of Clone Wars. But so let me say this real quick. For the folks, I got everybody game tag, and the only reason why I didn't do it last night, I had to wake up in the morning and to go to a doctor's appointment. I had to spend the last 12 hours getting my insides cleaned out. Those of you that understand how that works, it kind of prevents you from doing anything. So I spent the last 15 hours cleaning out my insides, drinking that nasty stuff. I had to get ready for a colonoscopy. So yeah. And for those of you that's over 40, go get your colon checked. That's very important. So Mandalorian, man, what you talking about? You really gonna ask that question? Mandalorian all day. Well, let me rethink that. Let me think about that one. Come back to me on that. Let me come back to me on that. Come back to me on the Bobby Fett and Mandalorian. Come back to me on that. So those of you that's been paying attention today, you have seen across the NFL. It's if you had any history of cancer, you might want to colon cancer in your family. You might want to get checked out after 40. Don't wait. You don't need to wait for that. Um, a lot of the media members, talking heads who are not former players, were running their mouth. Former football players and basically just regular media members, old media, new media, whatever you want to call them. Everybody has something to say. I can read some of these tweets. Should I read some of these tweets? But it's pretty bad, folks. If you thought yesterday was bad, today is even worse because now you got a chance to go back and look at the game and you look at some of the people that actually make sense when they talk. What's up, ALG 335? But you see the perspective. Everybody's saying the same thing, even the people that I don't really listen to. But I kind of wanted to get a heat check around the NFL on the take on the Bucs. And let me just start with the Bucs internally. Has anybody listened to the interviews today? Has anybody listened to the press conferences today? Has anybody listened to that? Has anybody listened to anything Todd Bowles said today? And the players, Tom Brady, Mike Evans. Did you know this man said we're in a dark place? The lights went out when he dropped the touchdown. What's up, Eli? You know how that sounds? Mike Evans said the lights went out. Paraphrasing. The lights went out when he dropped that touchdown pass. It was early in the game. In the first quarter, the lights were out. The whole team just said, forget it. You mean to tell me, you hear me? I'm about to start talking Geechee. You mean to tell me the lights went out when he dropped that touchdown? In the first quarter? You know how bad of a team you got to be when something like that happens that early to change the outcome of the game? You go from we're going to win the game to one play, we're done. Now let that sink in. Then Todd Bowles said we are in a dark place. What do you mean, Todd Bowles? Dark place? What's going on in the locker room? And I brought this up yesterday about the locker room. Something's not right. I'm trying to tell you. You hear me? Keenan, what up? Like Keenan Lightburn. And I emphasize this, and I don't not too many people like elaborated in the locker room too much, but I kept mentioning it for a reason. J588, what's up? Now think about that for a second. Those 2 points that Mike Evans, a leader of the team, one of the leaders, one of the captains, the lights went out. So the team depends on you on one play. Now, we don't know what would have happened moving forward if he would have caught the ball. But if you just look at how it happened and you just look at the reality of that one play is the microcosm of the Bucs' first 7 games. What's up, Byron? That don't even make sense. For Christ. You mean to tell me you take a snapshot of his drop and say, this is how the rest of the game gonna look? You know how many teams have played bad in the first couple of minutes of the game or whatever the case may be, and they still end up figuring it out? So the Bucs couldn't even dig themselves out of a one play hole. Let me ask y'all this question. Did that even make any sense? The lights went out. Now, I've seen some football, a lot of football yesterday, Saturday, whatever. One play, you done? The team was like, oh, it's over. So the team, Mike Evans dropped the ball. And the reason I'm emphasizing this play is because it gives you an overview on how the team looks at each other. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said. Mike Evans saying that lets you know how the team view each other, how they view the coaches and what's being called. You are not mentally ready to play. And I don't care how physical you are, or how talented you are, how much of an athlete you are, when your mind is not in the game, it doesn't matter what you do. Because we've seen the Bucs play bad and still figure it out in the second half. We've seen this already. So you at a point now where something bad happened, an interception, a fumble, or a drop ball, it's over? What's up, Veritas93? What's up, Tommy? Grislow. This is, now, if anybody understands how, not just the team, but how big, I always bring this up, business perspective. Everything starts at the top. The culture is set at the top. It starts, the owners down to the GM, the rest of the front office, and the lieutenants. But when it comes to the on the field, the guys that's actually playing, it starts with the coach. What's up, Jason? Oh, okay, I see you. Starts with the coach on the field. The man that is looking at his team, or overview of the team. Todd Bowles is looking at this team as a whole, and the team is looking at him and how he's carrying himself. They're looking at Byron Leftwich and Casey Rogers and Larry Foote, Keith Armstrong, Clyde Christensen, Tom Moore. They're looking at these guys. Gardner, the receivers coach. That is a major, 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 major red flag. When one of your star players comes out and say that. I'm very shocked that the local media, sometimes they do a good job, and sometimes they do a real poor job on asking questions. A lot of the media members in Tampa, they like to tap dance around the obvious. But it took a game like this for them to ask hard questions, or harder questions. Hank, what's up, buddy? Think about that. It took something this major for the media to point out the obvious. Now, you got articles by all these Tampa entities talking about Todd Bowles, Byron Leftwich. But it's been there. Why did it take till now? It's been an issue for weeks, several weeks. If you really want to be honest with you, it started week 2. King, what's up, King Cook? It started week 2. That's when it started going downhill. Right after that game, the Bucs Super Bowl was beating the Saints in New Orleans. The signs were there, but we were so amped up as fans, and they were so amped up as players, they didn't even realize that the problem was starting to grow. It got worse. If you really want to get technical with it, if you really want to dig a little deeper, matter of fact, I'm going to say dig deeper. If you really want to look at it, right after the Saints game, who did we play? Does anybody remember that? Who did we play after the Saints? That's where it started. It started right there in that game. The signs were right there, and it was not addressed. Exactly. Look at the drop off from the Saints game to the Packers game. Look at the drop off. That's when the cliff they got to the peak, and it went like this. Look, I don't care if they scored 31 points in that game against the Chiefs, Falcons, Steelers, Panthers. Every game it's gotten worse. The Bucs have lost 3 out of the last 4. They have lost to teams that on paper it shouldn't even been a discussion. We shouldn't even be having this discussion right now. But as fans, we didn't see this kind of. I'm gonna take the hit on this too. I should have. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't. I should have addressed this right after the Saints game. It is inexcusable to get worse every game. Oh, well, the Bucs put up 31 points against the Chiefs. Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game? Oh, Devin White missed the tackle. Oh, exactly. Did you watch the game? 41-31. Did you really think the Bucs was gonna win that game? Brady had 300 something. It doesn't matter. It was pointless. Garbage yards. And what did the media do for weeks? What did the Tampa Bay Bucs media do, and some of these other guys and ladies out there in the media world, old media, new media, mid media, lower half media? They didn't say anything. Certain people kept addressing it. Certain people kept talking about it, but the majority of them, they danced around the topic week after week. And you mean to tell me now that we lose to the Panthers, even the Steelers game, they was like, oh, the Bucs, Now all of a sudden we lose this game against a team that's going to probably be picking number 1 or number 2 at the minimum. Now they want to start writing these articles and saying all kind of stuff. Did you hear what Shannon Sharp said? Now listen to Shannon Sharp. I don't care about what Skip Bayless said. He's trash. I don't care how many followers he got and how much money he made. He's trash. He's an entertainer. Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, they just entertain folks. They just say the outrageous stuff to get views and clicks. But I listen to certain players that talk about the game. I do. And first of all, not just any player, credible players, productive players, not just some guy that just was no. Now, don't get me wrong. Some guys turn out to be a better commentator or a better person or a media member than a player, but not all the time. Did you hear did anybody hear what Shannon Sharp said about the Bucs? Did anybody hear what Shannon Sharp said about the Bucs when the topic was about Tom Brady? What's up, Steven? Did you hear what Shannon Sharp said? Does anybody remember that today? Zach, what's up? The quarterbacks get all the glory, but when the team lose, it's everybody else's problem. And he spoke a lot of facts in what he was saying. And we've seen this. Every time the Bucs lose, it's everybody else except one person. But then Skip Bayless with the poor, pathetic rebuttal tried to justify and pointing the fingers at everybody else. This is why, and it's the media fault too. The media praise quarterbacks for wins, not the team. Especially if it's a quarterback they really like. He can't do no wrong. It's everybody else's problem. Even in Green Bay, they was pointing the finger at Matt LaFleur. Now look at the Green Bay Packers in the same situation as the Bucs. Similar situation. When you go back and watch the game and you start seeing things, it's like, what? because everybody reacts right away. Everybody want immediate reaction. This is why I be trying to. This is why I tend not to jump kind of off the ledge after the game. This is why my emotions are intact. It allows me to digest everything and then go back and look at the game again. I'm looking at it again. I'm gonna read to you what Shannon Sharp said. And this is an eye-opener. This is when I talk about football. Football is a team sport. One man don't make the team. Okay, well, I don't care who it is. I don't care what you say. But let me read you what he said. One of the few quotes that stood out to me today. I quote, I'm telling you this Byron Leppich, they're about to come for you. Todd Bowles, they're about to come for you. Defense, they're about to come for you. Unquote. Do I need to read it again? This is why you can't listen to everybody, but sometimes some of these guys on the media, they drop some real stuff. You gotta be careful and you gotta listen to it. Because 90% of those people, they just be saying stuff, outrageous stuff. This is why I don't listen to a lot of them. Because a lot of the stuff they say just be entertainment and for views and clicks. And you can tell if you actually hear what they're saying. Do you think they actually believe what they're saying? Or you don't think that's the program manager telling them what to say? A lot of stuff in the NFL is narrative driven when it comes to players and teams. When the media don't like you, oh, they let it be known. For several weeks, this team has looked like this. This game was already been happening. It happened last week. It happened with the Falcons game. It happened with the Chiefs game. It happened with the Green Bay Packers game. It even happened in the Saints game. Nobody said anything. Because the Bucs can't do any wrong. Top 5 roster. Top 5 O-line. And I talked about this at the beginning of the season. How is the Bucs a top 5 O-line with a whole new interior? That's why I kept making the comment. Top 5 roster, right? The chickens have come to hatch. 2020, you got it. You called it a little 2020, 2021. There was some issues there too with the coaching and the play calling. But it was cast over by because the Bucs were winning and they were only blowing out bad teams. They didn't blow out the good teams. Started last year. I'm just giving y'all the clear understanding without emotions attached. I don't have to yell. I don't have to talk over nobody because I'm not bringing anybody on today. I don't feel like talking and yelling over nobody. I'm not doing that today. I'm just giving y'all a clear view so y'all can hear me. We did enough talking yesterday amongst each other. This time is just me. Logical. So now I'm giving you a logical perspective without emotion. When you mix logic and emotion, your words come out kind of funny and you don't know how to deliver it. You got to be able to deliver it correctly. You can't deliver it by yelling and screaming and cussing, talking over people. You can't do that because it's hard to listen to that. This is why I don't like to do all that yelling and talking over people. I don't like doing that. I keep saying this. No one man makes the team. Because where the folks that was talking about top 5 roster, top 5 O-line, Leonard, where they at now? Now they hiding now. Now they making excuses. Now they pointing the fingers instead of saying the Bucs just not good. I've been saying this for a while. When you don't have control over your team, this is the results. Now, here, look, if the Bucs were winning, we're having a different conversation, even with the issues. We can play some what if. What if the Bucs would have won the game 22-21? Now the Bucs 4-3. Are we having this conversation still to this degree? If the Bucs were struggling against good teams, at some point, those below average teams was going to end up getting with the Bucs. But see, last year, they got with the Bucs for a quarter, maybe a half, and they couldn't sustain that. Now these bad teams can sustain that for 4 quarters as long as they stick to the game plan. The Bucs, the offensively, specifically, and also defensively, they play a certain way only. They play a certain way only. They don't adjust. They don't play to the team's weakness, the opponent's weakness. They don't attack that. And unfortunately, my Pirates and my Sea Bandits, doesn't matter what the Bucs do at this point in the immediate future. Let me make that clear. Here's another person that I listen to sometimes that says some good points. Logical. You don't follow everybody else. Marcus Spears. Anybody remember him? You know who that is? Former LSU, former Cowboy. Marcus Spears be saying some real stuff. Me at times too. You heard what Marcus Spears said about the Bucs? Swagoo, yeah, exactly. He looked at the Bucs run game. Now, Marcus Spears hasn't played since the mid-2000s, late 2000s. Did you know what he said about the Bucs run game? The 32nd ranked run game is old school. Straight up and down, basic. No counters, no counter trays, no zones, no RPOs. It's old-fashioned, straight up and down run game. I was going against that in the mid-2000s, 2005, 2006, 2007. That's how outdated the Bucs run game is. Oh, we'll get to that. I didn't see what Rex Ryan said. But listen to what Marcus Spears said. A defensive tackle. I'm gonna listen to what he said because he said some real stuff. He's not one of the clowns in the media that go along, get along game. Dare to be different, right? Can't do that in the media because you get blackballed. He said the Bucs run game is so straight up and down. You wonder why the Bucs run game is 32nd in the NFL. And then when you tie it into what Byron Leftwich said, we're going to run the plays what we think is effective. I'm paraphrasing, but you get what I'm saying. The Bucs have no imagination in the run game at all. There's a disconnect between the players and coaches, offensively and defensively. You got to get feedback from your guys. If they telling you this ain't working, and as coaches, you got to be able. They got to be able to identify that and say, we're gonna make this work. We're gonna change this up. We're gonna do this. And the Bucs don't. I told y'all this. The Bucs don't adjust. We're gonna beat you how we want to beat you. In today's NFL, you can't do that. Especially with a 45-year-old quarterback offensively. And defensively, blitz. Do you know at some point the offensive coordinators, Todd Bowles, is going to figure your blitzes out? Even Carolina started doing it. Throwing screen passes, throwing quick passes. You can't keep blitzing all the time. Run blitz. Bruh. Your run blitz is not even good. Teams are figuring the Bucs out offensively and defensively. Because the Bucs run the same thing. That's like eating spaghetti every day. You get tired of it. You see it in the players' body language, but they're so loyal because they got the Super Bowl. They was like, oh, we got Tom Brady. We don't want to say no. We don't want to ruffle any feathers. Offensively and defensively, well, we don't want to ruffle any feathers. The players don't want to speak up. It's a mentally weak team, players-wise, coaching-wise. As of right now, in the moment, what we in right now. The Bucs are a mentally weak team. And it starts at the top. I'm not even going to go to the owners. That's a whole nother conversation. Let's just start at the GM. Poor off-season signings. You went out there and you signed guys that nobody really wasn't messing with. You went out there and signed them for a number of reasons, or a few reasons. Really didn't need them, but you signed them anyway. You know where that money could have went? Now when you look high in sight, when you look back on it, and it comes to fruition, the chickens have come to hatch. The chickens are about to hatch. They have hatched already. You know where that money should have went at instead of receivers? Kyle Trask in the second round. Luke Gedeke in the second round. Keyshawn Vaughn in the third round. Meanwhile, I'm looking across the NFL. I see teams making it work with young guys. The correct picks. But see, the Bucs thought they were the smartest one in the room. This ain't 2020. You got away with it in 2020. Congratulations, you got your Super Bowl. I'm giving you the real deal. That Super Bowl don't matter in 2022. I don't care about it now. When it comes to this season, I don't care. Now, as far as the Bucs history, yes, I do care. But listen to what I'm saying. I don't care about that Super Bowl in 2022. I don't give a flying about that Super Bowl. You got it. You got it. You got your players on the team. It was not the same team. You brought several other guys. You replaced several starters. You drafted 2 All-Pro rookies. You got Fournette. You got Brady. You got Gronk. You got AB. Ryan Suckup. You did that. Congratulations. Congratulations. But in 2022, it don't mean a thing. I don't care. In 2022, I don't give a flying about that. I'm giving it to you real and uncut, folks, because some of you got to hit it. Because you like bringing it up, especially when you're talking about or talking to other people, other fan bases. You think they care about 2020? You can't go on the DeLorean and go back and bring it with you in 2022. What you thought the Bucs was going to be? You thought the 2022 Bucs was going to be 2020 Bucs? No, it don't work like that. That's why I kept asking y'all. Top 5 roster? That's 1-53 or 148. In the preseason, before the season started, the season preview, you saw the rankings. You saw the rankings. Nobody saw this coming. But if you pay attention, if you go back to the seat last year and just look at the games that the Bucs struggled again with a competent coach, competent roster, 5-4. Oh, thank you, Panthers fan. And then the Bucs go and sign Cole Beasley. He comes in and he was like, I'm out. You know it's bad when the guy, he made the call. He goes into the locker room and he looks at the locker room like, I'm out. I want to be with my family. I ain't finna put up with this. Cole Beasley was like, nah, I'm good. He wanted to come to the Bucs. Julio wanted to come to the Bucs, and he got enticed by, yeah, I get that. But I'm just saying, Kyle Rudolph tried to ride the wave. Russell Gage, Hakeem Hicks. You know where that money could have went to? So when you look at all these comments about the Bucs today, it's well deserved. There's no excuse. There's no justifying. Well, the look on the bright side. What? When you have this roster, you ain't trying to be under 500. You're not trying to struggle with teams that's going to be picking in the top 10. You're not trying to struggle against a team coached by Arthur Smith or Steve Wilkes or a young team at the Steelers that's pretty much, they don't have, you know what I'm saying? Let's be real about the Steelers. As great as an organization they is, but nobody's scared of the Steelers. They're picking in the top 10. Look at the Saints. They're picking in the, well, they don't have a first round pick. Hey, Saints fans, it is what it is. Y'all in a much worse place than us. But you get what I'm saying. Back-to-back weeks, the Bucs deserve every bit of criticism they're getting right now. The Bucs deserve every bit of criticism they're getting right now. The key part is right now. Now things can change. I'm still on that side of the picture. I'm just giving y'all the raw, uncut, right now picture. Now, for me, I'm not writing the season off. That's just not how I work. I still got some high insight, positivity. Still got to look at it from a bigger picture. But if the Bucs don't fix this can get really ugly. And when I say really ugly, I'm talking about some benching and some firing. There's already articles right now calling for Byron Leftwich and Todd Bowles' head. You want to know why they're doing that? Does anybody know why there are articles and people saying that Todd Bowles or somebody need to be fired? Do you know why? Let me ask the chat room. Do you know why? Do you know why the Bucs catching so much heat right now? Because it comes with the territory. Let me see if anybody caught that hint. Anybody? There are articles, local media, people that cover the Bucs, suggesting change need to be made. Somebody got to go. It's almost like, dang, y'all was waiting on this, huh? So I guess the Super Bowl bought the Bucs some time. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get y'all to look at the bigger picture here. It's always an underlying message behind what the media be doing to cover up what they really don't want to talk about. Well, I'm not that channel. Remember, this channel, I talk about everything. I don't care what type of player you are. I don't care how good you are. If you play bad, you play bad. And I don't even focus on one player. I talk about everybody. And y'all should know that by now. And then let me fast forward to right now. Let me go back to Todd Bowles for a second here. There is no excuse for Todd Bowles at all. Who saw this coming? Did anybody see this coming with Todd Bowles? Based on his history as a head coach. Did anybody see this coming for real? Let's be real. Did anybody see this coming? Let's keep it 100. Did you see this coming for real? Did you see Todd Bowles having a team looking like this? The only people that I know of that saw this coming was the Jets fans that I've interacted with or read their comments. Go ask the Jets fans right now. You think they're happy with Robert Saleh? You think they'll take Todd Bowles over Ryan Saleh? Robert Saleh? Do you think the Giants would take Todd Bowles, who is a Jersey native, over Brian Daboll? Go ask the Jets fans. They're laughing at us right now. A coach with it's almost like you could take Todd Bowles out and you can put every coach in this position outside of Dan Campbell, Dennis Allen, Steve Wilkes, Matt Rule, former coach of the Panthers. I think you could put Ron Rivera and you still be winning. Mike Tomlin, you get Mike Tomlin this team, probably undefeated. Sean McDermott, Sean McVay, Mike McDaniel, Mike Vrabel, Frank Wright, Nick Sirianni, Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, Kyle Shanahan, Doug Peterson, Andy Reid, bars. Andy Reid. That's a double entendre. Not Josh McDaniels. Bill Belichick. There's about 5 or 6 coaches that you don't want to give this roster to. They'll screw it up. Folks, that's why I really emphasize structure. I really emphasize structure. When you don't have structure and it starts at the top, things go downhill. Because at some point it's going to catch up to you. Brian Flores. Give Brian Flores this roster. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Give Sean Payton this roster. What are we doing? We won't even have this conversation. So, but the point I'm trying to make is the differences between those coaches and what they're doing right now and what they've done in the past versus what Todd Bowles is doing right now. There's too much talent to look like this. Hindsight, when you look back, you congratulate what the Bucs did in the 2020. But when you compare it to 2022, they tried to recreate that 2020 crap. The same system, the same setup, same old. Let's sign a bunch of old guys. But this time you sign the guys that ain't Gronk and AB. You signed a bunch of old guys. You try to recreate 2020. One too many times. Sprinkle in, try to be the smartest guy in the room, Jason Light. Let me get Luke Gedeke a right tackle and make him the guard. What are you doing? What were you thinking? What were you thinking with that? See, I'm pointing out the Bowles in the Light situation because it starts right there. The decisions that you've made have affected the team's future, present and future. Because what you did in the past, what you did a couple years ago, everything is coming to light now. But it took 2 years. This is why I told y'all this is a 2 or 3 year run. This is why I'm not all over the place with my emotions. I'm not calm, cool, and collected. Gino. Does anybody remember that? Gino. Where did I get that from? Bucs fans. You know what that means? Poor decision making at the GM level as of right now, in the current reality that we're in right now. GM and head coach have made some bad decisions. Starts with the head coach. You can point the finger at Byron Leftwich. That's fine. But at the end of the day, the ultimate responsible entity on the field is the head coach. And as far as the day-to-day football operations, GM. When you have a team that's out of control, and it's funny, I saved this clip. Pete Carroll. Who would have thought this? Give Pete Carroll this team. Shout out to Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll got the Seattle Seahawks 4-3. Who would have thought that? Got rid of Russell Wilson. Broncos country. That's right. Broncos country. That's right. Broncos country. That's right. Got Geno Smith playing like a top 5 quarterback. Playing a whole lot better than Russell Wilson. And he got a control over a young team. And look at his draft picks. Look at Pete Carroll's draft picks in 2022 and 2020. Look at the draft picks. Yeah, he made some bonehead decisions, but he looked at the bigger picture. Look at Pete Carroll's draft class. The Woodley kid went in the 4th round from University of Texas San Antonio, UTSA. Starter. Probably going to be a Pro Bowl guy as a rookie cornerback. 4th round, by the way. Kenneth Walker. 2 rookie tackles, right and left tackle. Shout out to Pete Carroll. Meanwhile, let's go back to the Bucs situation. Look at the Bucs rookie class. 2022. I like Logan Hall. Why he ain't playing enough? Coaching. Why is he not getting snaps over William Golson? Kobe Bryant. That's another one. They got like 6 guys in their draft class that start as rookies. And then 4-3. And they gonna only go up. Kobe Bryant, the rookie from Cincinnati. Now, the Bucs could have made some better choices. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Draft class wise and free agency wise. The Bucs could have signed Carlos Dunlap. The Bucs could have drafted Travis Jones. They could have got Damian Pierce. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Rachaad White is good, but I'm saying. But now we want to go sign a bunch of old guys. No Anthony Barr. No Carlos Dunlap. No explosive receiver that can get down the field and strike fear in everybody's hearts. No explosive running back. Third down running back explosiveness. No, Giovanni Bernard. Still on IR. Where are the Bucs hurting at? You had a bunch of young guys at receiver that you could have just developed and put that money somewhere else. In the trenches. Explosive running back. Stop overdrafting. Because at some point, it's going to bite you in the butt. And 2 years later, it's bit the Bucs in the butt because they tried to do it again. One too many times. You see our running situation? And this is with an all-pro right tackle. This is with an all-pro right tackle. Can't run the ball. Don't matter what side it is. I'm watching this. I'm watching the game again, by the way. Doesn't matter. Tristan Wirfs, all-pro, pass blocker. He's struggling with run blocking. But he can pass protect, though. Oh, he can pass protect. See, what the Bucs got to do moving forward, even as of right now with the rest of this season, the next 10 games, the Bucs got to play chess. That requires thinking. Count the board. Dominoes. Count the board. Play chess. Stop playing checkers. Come with a strategy. The Bucs got to be more strategical and more scheme. Got to plan. Got to figure. Got to. Okay, I'm gonna put this guy here. If this guy goes, you got to be able to move stuff. Move your. Can't stay stagnant. Pawn. Bishop. Pawn. 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 Knight. Rook. What are you doing? The same moves is eat you up. The Bucs for the next 10 games, they got to be strategic scheme. They got to think. You can't just go into a game, well, this is what we're gonna run offensively and defensively. It don't matter who we playing. It does matter who you play. Teams are not scared of the Bucs receivers. Look, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, great. They ain't scared of them. The last 5 weeks, no respect. No respect for the passing game. Yeah, there'll be a couple big plays here and there, but consistently, no. And what makes matters worse, what doesn't help, is when you have the 32nd ranked run defense. And before you Bucs fans say, spread it out 5 wide and just chuck the ball around, yeah, with that O-line, even with the all-pro right tackle, go right ahead. Go right ahead. I promise you that 45-year-old quarterback gonna get hurt. You can't just all of a sudden stop running the ball on first down and just spread it out and just chuck the ball around. So that means if you do that, that means you're going to go into a 10, 12, 13 play drive, dinking and donking down the field because you ain't getting down the field like crazy because the team's going to eat you up. So now what you do, Bucs? What do you do, Bucs fans? What do you do? Spread it out and go 5 wide, 4 wide every time on first down? Have you seen the completion percentage over 10 yards? The accuracy? Have you seen it? Have you seen the O-line? Think, Bucs fans. The Bucs got to figure out how to run the ball better. You can only go up. This offense can't be super dynamic like I want it to be. Reason being is you got a statue back there. Play with what you got. Oh, let's go. Let's get dynamic and spread the ball around and do what? Run crossing routes all day and wide receiver screens? That's all the Bucs can do. Long term for the Bucs, this is not a good look. See, I gave y'all the immediate picture, the immediate snapshot for this season, but long term, this is not good. This ain't gonna last. I'm talking about a cliff. Can you see this happening next year with a? So for those of you let me put y'all on something. For those of you running around here screaming for Lamar Jackson, Jimmy G, okay, with what money? With the restructures and the pushing back contract money, what money the Bucs gonna do? What they gonna do? It's almost like with the quarterback class coming out this next year, you might as well try to get one of them in the first round. Trade up and get one. Will Levis, Herndon Hooker, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Sam Harton. Go up and get one of those guys. Go get Jimmy G. Go get Lamar Jackson and do what? All of a sudden, we're going to become an RPO team with Leonard Fournette? With that O-line? Run blocking lines? No, you ain't built for that. Will Levis? You got to get one of those guys next year. You got to get one. Because Kyle Trask ain't it. This is not a good look moving forward for the Bucs. That's on the GM. And somebody mentioned earlier, the Bucs sold for a Super Bowl. Or they bought a Super Bowl. They bought a Super Bowl in 2020. They caught a wave and they got one. But long term, and I brought this up too. I literally brought this up. Long term, it's going to hurt the Bucs. The Bucs, we're not as bad as the Saints. The Saints are in a really bad. They got contracts they can't even trade because of dead cap. Let me repeat that. We're not as bad as the Saints. Let's get that clear. We're not as bad as the Panthers, even though they beat us. The Saints have contracts they can't even trade to get picks for. They're stuck with them. Kamara, Lattimore, Thomas, Ramczyk, old Cam Jordan, old Davis. They're stuck with those guys. Andrews Pete. Stuck. Honey Badger. Marcus May. Stuck. They got nowhere to go. The Bucs don't need to go like that. The Bucs got to think real hard and careful about these contracts. They got a couple contracts. We'll probably bite them in the butt in the future. I'm not saying it's just high insight, just kind of give an idea. But the Vita Veda contract, the Shaq Barrett contract, it ain't looking too good right now. And what's so crazy is Vita Veda got more sacks than Shaq Barrett. Untradeable contracts. The Bucs got to be really careful. That Devin White contract, I'm just saying, think hard and twice about that because games are not won because you got a middle linebacker. And we darn sure know he's not a Ladarius Leonard or Shaquille Leonard and Fred Warner. We already know that. He's not even close to those guys. He's not a Roquan Smith. Not even close. So if the Bucs, they got to think really hard and long about Devin White's contract because you don't want another bad contract. Don't be the Saints. Kicking the can down the road and signing bad contracts. Donovan Smith, Think long and hard about that contract. You don't want bad contracts. Oh, yeah, Devin Lloyd. I'll take Devin Lloyd right now for Devin White. Not even close. The Bucs got some issues right now, and they got issues moving forward. And I'm just giving y'all an insight on what do I see. Hashtag, what did your eyes tell you? Can the Bucs figure this out? Sure. They absolutely can. They have the talent. They just got to get it together. Because if they don't get it together this season, I'm not going to write them off. As much as I've talked about just now, in the last an hour, I'm not going to write them off. But if the Bucs don't get it together, it's going to get even worse. I'm talking about 6-11 worse. I'm talking about 5-12 worse. I'm talking about 7-10 type of situation. Win or lose Thursday, the Bucs cannot get blown out. I mean, well, win or lose, the Bucs got to look good. Let me rephrase that. Win or lose, the Bucs got to look good. You got to see some signs of improvement, major improvement, because this ain't a rookie roster. This ain't a young roster. This is the oldest roster in the NFL. So the Bucs got to put up a good showing, win or lose. Because if the Bucs get shellacked, I'm gonna use that word. If the Bucs get shellacked, we ain't got to this part yet. We're gonna give it to you. If the Bucs get shellacked Thursday, that's a sign of a sinking ship. That's a sinking ship. Let me try this again. Let me make sure y'all understand what I'm saying. If the Bucs get shellacked, taken to the woodshed, it won't be no longer walking the plank. It's fire the cannons. We're going to put you in the cannon and send you away for the rest of the season. Because now, if you get destroyed Thursday night, you lost the locker room. Locker room's done. If you win, you're all right. If you lose and put up a good showing, you'll be fine. But if you lose and get destroyed, you come out there with no heart. That's how it's going to look for the rest of the season. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of the season. It's about week 8, week 9, 10. We're up into some of that. So it's getting ugly. And yes, the Saints are in the much worse situation than the Bucs. Let's not do that. Got a Saints fan talking about we not as y'all in hell. Y'all in a worse. Y'all got a worse coach than we got. You got the nerve, Mr. Wizard. You got the nerve to act like y'all ain't in a bad situation. Y'all got Dennis Allen over there. Have you seen your contracts? You ain't got nobody. You can't trade nobody. You're stuck with Winston next year too. You ain't got no first round pick in 2023. You got no second round pick in 2024. What you gonna do? You got an aging roster, just like the Bucs, but just with a worse coach. You know what's so funny? High insight. Let's play a little what if. What if the Bucs get shellacked, taken to the woodshed Thursday? Then what happens? Byron Leftwich gets fired and Clyde Christensen comes to offensive coordinator. He's never been interested in calling plays. Molly Mall, what's up? We got the we got a Cowboy fan in here. Well, we're gonna put the 80,000-year-old Tom Moore as the OC. So we're gonna be a really old team with an 80-year-old offensive coordinator who hasn't called plays since Peyton Manning. Come on, Bucs fans. Because wouldn't this be interesting? It gets really bad Thursday. Byron Leftwich gets fired. Bruce Arians come back. And look at that dynamic. Now let's get down to some nickel and diamond and some individuals on the team. Got a new segment here. It's called Fire the Cannons. You know, you fire the cannons when the Bucs score, but also in this segment, this is not about when the Bucs score. This is about when the Bucs do bad. We fire the cannons. We fire them. We put them in the cannon, chain them to a cannonball, and we shoot the cannon. No water drop. Wherever they land, they land. Now, where should I start? Should I just do the whole team? Should I just do all 22 starters, the OC and the DCHC? Should I just do the whole team? Should I shoot this cannon off 22 times for the starters, plus one head coach and OC? The head coach is also the DC. So that's 2 for him and 1 for Byron Leftwich. So that means everybody gets a cannon shot, plus the coach and the DC and the OC. And oh, by the way, this is how you know it's real. There's always an example. Oh, the GM too, right? There's always an example team. Now, I don't want the Bucs to be the example team, but the Colts beat us there. Old Matt Ryan, old Matty Ice, got benched for Sam Ehlinger, Texas quarterback. They asked Frank Reich, is it for the rest of the season? He says yes. So you mean to tell me the Colts was like, we ain't finna go down like this with no old quarterback? The Colts benched Matt Ryan. He's done. He can retire now. He should have retired a couple years ago. Unless Sam Ehlinger get hurt, Matt Ryan will never see the field again. Frank Reich on the hot seat. Jim Irsay ain't playing with Chris Ballard and Frank Reich. Do the Bucs got enough cojones to bench Shaq Barrett? Do the Bucs got enough cojones to bench William Golson? You get the point I'm trying to make? Shake it up. Do the Bucs got enough cojones to bench Leonard Fournette? Do the Bucs got enough cojones to bench Russell Gage? I mean, if you want to shake up the team, somebody got to take some seats. Devin White not performing. Put number 53, Fotukase. Put him in there. You give Anthony Nelson more snaps, Carl Nassib more snaps, Logan Ryan more snaps. I mean, Logan Hall. Have you seen the Bucs pass rush lately? The Bucs don't even have one turnover in the last 3 games. And you played 3 games against the Falcons, the Steelers, and the Panthers. Not one turnover? Where's the sacks? Where's the game-changing plays? Where's that pass rush? Tryon, I like you, dog, but fam, you are non-existent now. I haven't heard your name called one time. Do the Bucs have enough cojones to cut Kyle Rudolph? If Julio Jones can't get right, do the Bucs have enough cojones to be like, all right, we out. We're done with you. Do the Bucs have enough cojones to bench Luke Gedeke for good? Did you know Todd Bowles said he's going to start and they're going to bring in Nick Levert here and there? When you have 2 guards, you don't have one. We subbing guards, man. How low can you go? 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 We subbing guards, bruh. That's the same concept of when you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. We subbing guards. Bruh. It's clear as day. Just bench the dude. Oh, my bad. He's a 2nd round pick, so you don't want to look stupid. That's Jason Light. You know, the guy that hits on some picks and the guy that misses pretty bad on picks. You know, as I watched this game for the 3rd consecutive time, Chris Godwin gonna get hurt again. Payday 30 now. What up? Abel, what's up? Owusu, what's up, buddy? Watching Chris Godwin catch these balls and the position that he be in, he's going to get hurt again. I'm watching these throws to Chris Godwin, these wide receiver screens, and these little crossing routes. He's going to get hurt again. They don't put that boy in no good situations. Oh, I'm sorry. They don't put that young man in no good situations. Bruh, he's going to get hurt again. And he already don't even look 100%. Somebody spoke on that. One of the talking heads. He don't even look all the way back, and they put him in some bad positions. Yes, we've been blitzing. It just ain't getting there. I'm watching it right now for the third consecutive time. And then when they rush forward, they run out of control. They don't even know how to stunt correctly. Let's get back to Chris Godwin. One of my favorite guys. Bruh, they're going to get that man hurt again with those little wide receiver screens and those cross the middle routes. He's going to get toe up again. Chris Godwin, buddy. Protect yourself, buddy. Anybody know where that come from? Anybody know where this come from? Chris Godwin, buddy. I feel for you, man. They're going to get you hurt again with those wide receiver screens and those stupid crossing routes going all the way across the field to the other safety zone where he can tear your knees up again. Bruh. Between Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they had over 20 targets. Anybody know where that come from? Julio Fulio. The Bucs are in a really bad situation right now. Like I say, it can get better, but right now they're in a real bad situation. Hunger Games. May the force be with you, Chris Godwin, because good God Almighty. Why the Bucs didn't get Chase Edmonds? Watching the Bucs pass rush is awful. They're still too slow, even with Joe Tryon. And the receivers run the same routes. Teams ain't scared of that, man. And they know you suck in the red zone. No, I'm not opening the chat. It's just me today. The Bucs pass rush is awful when they don't blitz. What did I tell you at the beginning of the season? If they don't get to the quarterback, the Bucs are food defensively. And now you're run blitzing, and your run defense is not good. Or it's middle of the pack. I ain't gonna say it's not good, but it's middle of the pack. Did y'all know the Bucs average 17 points a game offensively, and defensively, the Bucs average 17 points allowed? Lego my ego. What's up, buddy? You know what's so crazy? Some of us Bucs fans really thought that the O-line was still going to be good. And I forgot who it was. But don't let me start calling you people out. If I find who you said, oh, the Bucs O-line's fine. Oh, they're going to be, no, they're just as good. It's player for player. It's still good. Shaq Mason is better. It's an upgrade over Kappa. Did you know Alex Kappa's playing very well now? Took him a couple games. Did y'all see Justin Watson last night? How come the Chiefs can use Justin Watson, but we couldn't? Out route, pick six. Jameis. Justin Watson is making an impact on the Chiefs. He burnt J.C. Jackson. He catching touchdowns, and he making good blocks. But on the Bucs, we had him running out routes. Pick six, Jameis. Jimenez, no Byron Leftwich, it was James. Boy. See, sometimes you gotta let things play out. Now you're not running the no risky, no biscuit. Now you're running the Brady's the offense. Now that looks horrible. So boring, so lethargic. The only way the Bucs can go down the field is 8, 9, 10, 12 play drives. You can't do no risky, no biscuit because Brady ain't got the capacity to do that. Because he's not going to throw in the tight windows consistently. And if he does, it's only going to be in certain spots. Justin Watson, the Chiefs are using Justin Watson just fine. Why is that? Why is Justin Watson flourishing? Why is Quan is playing good with the Jets? Justin Watson is effective. Now, Ronald Jones, that's another story. He ain't not good. But Justin Watson, out of all guys, that we never thought that this dude was going to be any productive at all. We had that man running out routes. I would take Justin Watson over Scotty Miller now. High insight, right? Put the players in the right positions to be productive. Oh, that's right. The Chiefs scheme with people open, but the Bucs can't do it. The Bucs can't go to the Bucs offense can't go to the line of scrimmage and be like, all right. 50% of the balls be low balls. I got to scoop and get it. % of the balls is like low balls. Every now and then he make a good throw. Tom Brady made a good throw. He made some good throws. Remember, 8-1 touchdown to interception ratio. That's great. That's fine. But it's about the consistency. For the last 4 games, bruh, you play it's almost like Brady is playing in spurts. When he gets a rhythm and his arm feeling good, he gets in the rhythm and he looks good. Then when things kind of get a little hectic a little bit and he got a double clutch and it's like, low ball. I'm watching the game, folks. He looks good in certain moments, in certain segments. But when teams drop 7 and drop 8 and the Bucs got 4 guys going out, what do I do? Check down. Bruh. Can't move. Teams are laughing at us. The defenses are laughing at the Bucs offense right now. He said skip rocks. he said he Brady skipping rocks. It was some plays. I just watched one. It was some plays. Brady didn't even have any pressure. He flinched. I just watched one. He flinched with no pressure. He was like, he came off the read immediately. As soon as he hit the back step, he was like, I feel something. Dirt ball. Bruh, that dude seeing ghosts back there, man. That's how much he don't trust that O-line. And that's how much this is not the old Brady. This is not even the 2020 Brady. Oh, he's fifth in passing yards. I don't tell the whole story. I don't tell the whole story, man. That boy flinching back there. What are you doing? Stand in the pocket, bro. Just watch the folks. Brady's still good. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't consistent. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down the list before I fire the Kansas. I'm going down the list of players. I'm gonna go down to everybody. I'm going down the list of everybody. Starting with the quarterback. That boy's seeing ghosts back there. And then when he has any pressure, he folds like origami. He ain't getting away from sacks. And if a guy is anywhere around him within a foot, it's dirt ball, curve ball, breaking ball. Brady out there throwing breaking balls. Every now and then he'll give you some good play. Don't get me wrong. But it ain't gonna be consistent, folks. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I done seen enough. And this game makes it even worse. Let me rephrase that word. This game makes it even more obvious. He'll give you some good moments. But this is the disconnect when you don't have the O-line to protect him interior-wise. It was never like, look, the tackles, Donovan Smith is playing okay, right? He's came back from injury. He's been playing not bad. And Tristan Wirfs, all pro. But not to discredit those guys, they don't really matter because Brady can feel his way in the pocket because he's not going to play outside the pocket. So it's not about the tackles. At this point in Brady's career, it's about the interior. And that's where the Bucs probably should have spent their money at. Remember, I'm a boxing fan. Good comment. I'm a boxing fan. The last thing to go in heavyweights, when you watch heavyweight fights, the last thing to go is what? Power. But your skills diminish. Your reflexes, your reaction time, how fast you can react. What can you see the punch coming? But you still got that power because if you land a punch, lights out. If you a power puncher at the lower weight class, middleweight, junior middleweight, welterweight, junior welterweight, lightweight, featherweight, you know what I'm saying? Light heavyweight. If you were a big puncher, the last thing that leaves you is the power. But the problem is the accuracy and the ability to land a punch goes away. Sometimes you might close your eyes and bloop, you land one. So what Brady looks like right now, that's a good analogy. Brady looks like he's still a good fighter. But man, reaction time ain't there. Arm strength is iffy. The ability to hold the ball, to throw the ball. This is why I say, how much can you look, there's blame everywhere. And as I go down this list, everything ain't on Byron Leftwich either. Remember, I keep saying this. It's the combination. It's a combination of a few things, several things. O-line, OC, quarterback, run game. All this is mixed in the pot. This is why you just can't say, oh, Brady just suck. Oh, he don't suck. He don't. Still a top level quarterback. But things got to be perfect for him. That boy out there throwing breaking balls. That boy he just threw it. The Bucs in the red zone. He threw two dirt balls back to back. One to Mike Evans on the out route, which the Panthers covered. They had Mike Evans bracketed because they knew what was coming. And what did Brady do? Dirt ball. Then on third down, when the Bucs kicked that field goal, looking at Chris Godwin, got some pressure. Dirt ball. That throwing dirt. He out there throwing breaking balls, curve ball, splitters, two-seam fastballs. Not even close to the mid. He's not even hitting the mid. He got the catcher going all over here to get the ball. Everything got to be perfect for Brady to be successful. And the problem is things are not perfect around him. The Bucs front office have done a poor job making sure it's at least 80 to 85% perfect. Remember what I told y'all, when you're trying to have a 45-year-old quarterback carry the team, that's a recipe for disaster. Belichick didn't even allow that to happen. You can't have this man throwing 40, 45, 50 times a game. That's too much pressure because it's going to be too much. It's going to be too much, and you're not going to get consistent Brady play. In order for Brady to be effective, proper balance. Brady is like LeBron right now. Still good. Still putting up yards, points. You know, LeBron had a 31-8-8 game last night. They lost. The game against the Warriors, LeBron had 30 points. 8 rebounds, like 9. They lost by 14. Brady put up 300 and some yards against the Chiefs defense. He lost by 10. Same setup. The effectiveness of LeBron and Tom Brady's game doesn't have too much of a role in the outcome of the game. They're not the reason why you're going to win. Even if they put up good stats, they're not going to be the reason. The Lakers are in a similar situation. It's the guys around him that need to be a whole lot better because they're going to give you the points. Brady going to give you some yards. He's going to have a couple games that he's scored 2 or 3 touchdowns. But when you look at that score, you're going to be like, damn. There will be a couple more games that Brady have 300 yards, 325, 350, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. When you look at that score, let me know. Because things that are around him, far from perfect. Not even close. Not even the things around Brady right now. As I watch this game, even though he's still a good player, he still gives you some really good throws. O-line is way too inconsistent, and that's what it all-pro right tackle. And to be honest with you, he's the only one that you can really be like, yeah, I'll rock with that. Tight end wise, you got a young Cade Otton, he's trying, a useless Kyle Rudolph, and a Cole Kep that's limited. Cameron Brate, concussion again. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, Brady loves his tight ends. Running back situation. Fournette washed. He washed. Came in overweight. Not effective after the first game. Rachaad White looks more explosive. Skip Bayless, for you Keyshawn Vaughn fans, Skip Bayless with the Vanderbilt. Skip Bayless is like, why don't you give Keyshawn Vaughn some carries? Mike Evans, he's gonna do his thing, but he's limited at some. He's got injuries right now. Chris Godwin ain't 100% healthy. Russell Gage has been a huge disappointment. As I'm going down the list here, Julio Fulio can't stay healthy. Giovanni Bernard, IR. I just gave out a whole offense centered around the quarterback. When you have the worst running attack in the NFL and one of the worst run blocking O-lines in the NFL, in the middle of the pack pass blocking offense, that's a recipe for disaster for a 45-year-old statue. He will never be comfortable until the Bucs make some changes. That's even with the run game. The Bucs can get better running the ball because they number 32. So they can get better. I mean, good luck Thursday, but I mean, the Ravens got like several pass rushers. Now, defensively, let's start with Devin White. That boy stay overrunning plays. That ain't going to change, folks. He is undisciplined. I'll get to the head coaches, DeWan. I'll get that. I'm starting with Devin White, just like I started with Brady. I'm starting with Devin White, the star, the motor mouth of the team. Mr. I am bored. The team gets bored. You bored now, Devin White? You bored yet? It's Tuesday, isn't it? That young man is he's full of himself. He think he better than what he really is. Hashtag, what does your eyes tell you? Remember, he was in the top 100. He won NFC Player of the Month. And as the season went along, he's getting worse and worse and worse. He spends 90% of the time within 5 yards of line of scrimmage when the post snap. He barely drops back and covers anybody. He's only effective at the line of scrimmage. That's where he has his most explosive plays. And those plays are hit and miss. Somebody mentioned, should Devin White be a pass rusher like a Micah Parsons? You probably should use him in that role. Put him on the edge, let him run around. Because that's what he like to do. You don't want him reading run schemes. Ravens, by the way, coming in. Devontae Foreman, when he had that big run, that 60-yard run, Devin White missed the tackle. Awful. Awful. Again, for the third straight week in a row. Awful. He's played 3 terrible games. He made a couple plays this game, jumping up and down, beating his chest. Then he was talking Sugar Honey Iced Tea to DJ Moore. Like, dude, you ain't like that. Devin White needs to stop talking. I don't want to hear him say anything else about nothing. Even on the field, don't talk to nobody. That boy stayed missing tackles and overrunning run fit. He's not good at run fits. And oh, by the way, Brady should have thrown 3 interceptions, by the way. 3. I mean, they literally hit the Panthers players in their hands. The game could have been a lot worse. The game could have been like 30-3. And that ball was low, by the way. Jesus Christ. That ball was low. The first one he could have thrown, the Xavier Woods, he got no hands, by the way. That ball was low. Levante David. You're just old, man. Has anybody heard from Levante David? What's up, Dub? What's up, Bobby Ferguson? Levante David is old, man. He still has good plays here and there, but not as effective as it used to be. His impact in the game is almost like Demario Davis. Demario Davis out there running around, he'll make some plays here and there, but you see the drop off. Same thing with Levante David. It's the drop off. And and you expect Devin White to kind of like take that role. He can't even outplay Levante David, even at 33 years old. Levante David, 32, 33 years old, and Devin White still not better than him. For the last couple of weeks, Levante David, he's using splash plays, but let's be honest, folks. Father time is there. It's there. That's unfortunate. Great player, Hall of Famer, Ring of Honor, but yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this here. Does anybody see that? Y'all want to pay this guy? Y'all want to pay him. But yeah, Levante David, man, I rocks with you, man. I got your jersey and everything, but bruh, I mean, I ain't even mad at you, man. I ain't even mad at Levante David, to be honest with you, because he gave us so many great years, even with bad teams, with Lovie Smith, Michiano, Lovie Smith and Dort Cutter, Mike Smith defense, and Mark Duffner, and I mean, come on. You can't get mad at Levante. That's why I didn't even trip. That's why you don't really hear me. You don't hear me too much talk about Levante David, because I'm like, I can't come at him like that. I can't even mess with Levante David. I'm not even gonna do that. Anyway, let's get to the front. Let's get to the front five. Shaq Barrett, bruh, 2 sacks, man. A nose tackle, a zero technique got 3.5 sacks, and you got 2. Oh, Nick Bolton is way better than Devin White. Willie Gay is as well. There's some young linebackers that's better than Devin White. Yeah, trust me. There's some young linebackers that's better. 15% missed tackle rate. Yikes. It's like top 5 in the NFL. But Shaq Barrett, holy bejeebus. Yeesh. Awful. Shaq Barrett is awful. Yeah, I said it. Brian Burns is a beast. Well, we don't have a Brian Burns. Or Josh Allen. Then we got Tryon, though. Tryon will be all right. You just got to get better. But I was expecting him to make more of an impact than last year. Because last year we saw it in the part-time duty. We were like, oh, that can get 8, 9, 10 sacks. But Brian Burns is a beast. That dude's in shape. Brian Burns is a load to deal with. He's quick. But Shaq Barrett, man, he's slow. Slow. He said Slack. He said Slack Barrett. so we got Scotty Not Too Hottie. We got Julio Fulio. I came up with that one. Well, I think we kind of came up together, and now we got Slack Barrett. No Sack Barrett, Slack Barrett. Nacho Day today. Nacho Day today. Awful. Can't rush the passer. William Gone now. William Gone now is not good. He's awful rushing the passer. He's so stiff. William Gone now. And Slack Barrett. And Nacho today. Awful. I want to see more Logan Hall. So William Gone now. Yeah, William Gone now. And Nacho today. Nacho Day today. But they get amped up when they make a run stop, though. Look at this. This is the stuff that this is what our head coach be saying. Can we see more Dietrich tonight? We're playing Shaq Barrett almost $20 million to not send him at the quarterback. Folks, this is the head coach. This is the head coach. We're not sending him to the quarterback, and we're paying him almost $20 million. We got him in coverage. What? What are we doing? What? What? We're not sitting him at the quarterback. I'm up to the point now. I want to see more Carl Nassib and Anthony Nelson. So now we got the OC making silly comments, and the head coach making silly comments. What? So OC don't know what he's talking about. He gets defensive when the media checks him about the offense in the red zone and third down and second and 1, third and 1s. And now we got the head coach with our $19 million a year pass rusher. Oh, we don't need to send him to the quarterback. We want to be exotic. What? We don't want to be exotic, so we're going to drop our pass rushers in coverage and let our guys on the inside get in there. You can't make this up. What in the French toast is Todd Bowles talking about? We're not sending him to the quarterback. You should send him to the quarterback. You know how many times the Bucs blitzed this game and didn't get no pressure? Remember in the beginning of the season, I told y'all, I said my main concern was the secondary that coincides with the front seven or the front five. Who would have thought that the biggest issue on defense is the pass rush? One of the biggest issues on the team is pass rush. What in the French toast is Todd Bowles talking about? See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm telling y'all, if you get smoked this game against the Ravens and the Ravens run wild on you, what are you going to do when the Ravens run wild on you? Boy. See Matt Rule get fired. You need pass rush, man. Give me Anthony Nelson and Carl Nassib. Secondary. Carlton Davis hurt, got his money. Now he hurt, inconsistent this year. Shout out to Jamel Dean, doing your thing. Keep doing it. Keep up the good work. Antoine Winfield, get healthy, bro. Get healthy. He will not be playing the Ravens game. Concussion on a short week. You can't bring him back this game. And that's one of the dangers of being short and stout, and he likes to tackle low, below the knees to ankles. And that is the danger of tackling like that. You get kneed in the face or the helmet. And that's what happened. Shaq Barrett was covering DJ Moore. Why? Why was Shaq Barrett covering DJ Moore? Can anybody explain to me why Shaq Barrett was covering DJ Moore? Let me guess. He's a DB now. So we got a 6'2", 256-pound DB. We got a 6'2" and a half, and a 256 pound DB. But that's the danger of tackling low all the time. At some point, it was going to happen. Got kneed in the face. Logan Ryan, get healthy, man. Might be out for the season, but maybe he'll be back later on, like towards the end. Keanu O'Neal, everything is not a hit stick, man. Is it me or everything Keanu O'Neal do has got to be a hit stick? Beautiful catch by DJ Moore. That touchdown catch was beautiful. We don't have a DJ Moore on our team. Explosiveness. Sometimes you can become too complex. Sometimes you can be too complex defensively. And, that's what the Bucs are. They are very complex. And what I'm starting to see ever since the Green Bay game, what are teams doing? Taking advantage of the Bucs' aggressiveness. The Bucs love the blitz. Brady just doing another dirt ball. Luke Getty got blown up by Derek Brown, by the way. Sometimes the Bucs can be too exotic. Sometimes you got to simplify things. Sometimes you got to simplify things. All this exotic stuff, just read your keys, baby. Another pick. Oh, Brady should have 3 picks. Holy crap, bro. Mike Edwards, man, what's up with you, fam? You've been missing some tackles too. It's getting ugly, folks. I literally just went through our 22 people starters. KJ Britt, get healthy. Carolina ran the ball for 139 yards in the second half. Vita Vea get pushed around a lot too. He got a sack, but he get pushed around way too much to be getting $17 million a year. Vita Vea be getting pushed up. He be getting pushed down. Nacho Racho be getting pushed down as well. That's what I'm talking about, Jalen Darden. Get that punt return and go straight ahead. You do that more, you on my good side. Chris Godwin and screens. That's all they do. Is it me or Fournette just run with his head down? Leonard, what's that? Somebody said Leonard forget. Leonard forget. Brady just got hit. He don't like that. He don't like getting hit. Oh my goodness. Not your day. And Leonard forget. Julio, Scotty, not too hotty. Slack Barrett. That's sweet feet. Sweet feet, Lenny. Let me ask y'all a question. You think the Bucs should bench Leonard forget? The Bucs they better stop blitzing. They're gonna get screened to death. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Watching this game, the Panthers had a couple plays. They start screening. The team's gonna start screening the hell out of the Bucs. No, now we might not have no Carlton Davis, no Winfield Jr., no Logan Ryan. Might not have Carlton Davis. Why does Devin White tackle so high? Everything he does, it's wild and it's all over the place. He tackles high. That man, has anybody seen Devin White lower the boom? Jesus Christ, Devin White, you everything you do is always above the neck. He tackles everybody at the neck level, right up here. I've never seen him like, he need to go holler at Keanu O'Neal. He need to go holler at Keanu O'Neal. Hit stick, man. That's pretty much the team. So let me fire these cannons as I wrap this up. Let me fire these cannons. Do I got enough ammo? I guess I gotta. Brady be throwing curveballs and breaking balls and two-seamer fastballs and splitters. Brady be throwing knuckleballs, man, at the ground. But that boy don't. Boy. I'm watching the game, folks. That man, I'm telling you, brother, if things ain't perfect around that dude throwing some crazy balls, man. I'm watching this fourth down. Remember the 3rd and 1 that Leonard Fournette got stopped on 3rd and 1? And then on 4th and 1, the Bucs did a toss sweep and got blown up. Why would you run a toss sweep with a running back that's 32nd in the NFL? They ran a toss sweep on 4th and 1. How unimaginable is that? They ran a toss sweep on 4th and 1. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Toss sweep on 4th and 1. Bro, you can't make this up. 3rd and 1, dive play. 4th and 1, toss sweep. What? And you ran that toss sweep with 3 receivers. Usually, when you run 3 receivers like that, you know it's gonna be a toss to the right. You got 3 receivers on the right side. That's where you're tossing the ball at, to the outside. No imagination, no creation. And the Bucs can't run screenplays to save their life. Boy, the Bucs is bad right now. It's bad. It's right. It's bad, folks. I'm watching the game again for the 4th time, or the condensed version. Fournette's not good right now. Fournette just don't have no burst in him, man. You got no burst in him. All right, let me fire these cannons. How many cannons I got? How many cannons I got to fire? 22? Look at Devin White and Mike Evans in the long run by Devontae Foreman. Luckily, Zion McCullough got speed. But Devin White and Mike Evans just missed the whole tackle. They both missed the tackle. So I got to fire, 22 cannons? That's 22 starters. And 2 for the coach. So that's a total of 3 for the coaches. That's 2 for Byron, 2 for Todd Bowles, and 1 for Byron. So I got to fire this cannon 25 times. I got to fire this cannon. Y'all ready? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. I got to fire this cannon 25 times. So let me name all the starters. Let me line them up first. Chuba Hubbard with a touchdown. Devin White overran the play. Anyway, Tom Brady, step right up. Leonard Fournette, step right up. The 5 offensive linemen. Yes, Tristan Wirfs, you step up too. Russell Gage. Let me go back. Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, 5 O linemen. Russell Gage, Mike Edwards, Chris Godwin, Cole Keft. Hurry, step right up. Defense, Slack Barrett, Joe Trent, Nacho Today, William Gone's son, Vita Vea, Devin White, Levante Davis, Jamel Day, Zion McCullough, Mike Edwards, Keanu Neal, D. Delaney, Todd Bowles, Byron Leftwich. Awful, folks. It's awful. It's pretty bad, folks. I've never done this. The whole team. 22 times. He said rapid fire. I do need rapid fire. I need to find one a rapid fire. I can speed it up, right? Speed it up. We almost at 20 right now. We almost at 20. This will be 16 after this. And then we got a couple more. It's a rapid fire. Rapid fire would be pretty dope, right? Speed it up, right? After this will be 20. This will be 20. Then we got 3 for the coaches. It's the old school cannon. It's old school cannon. I need one of the modified cannons. So this will be 20. This is 20. Cannon. You know what? I need a proton cannon. Anybody know? Remember that? Proton cannon. The Iron Man cannon, the proton cannon. I need that. Anybody? I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom or Capcom or yeah, I remember that Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men, or the War Machine. Remember the special move, the War Machine move. But remember the Iron Man move when he had the proton cannon come out his arm? Proton cannon. Yeah, Unibeam. I need a Unibeam. Unibeam. Smart bomb. Unibeam. Smart bomb. That's cheesy. That is so. I'm a gamer. That's so cheesy. Unibeam and smart bombs. You can't. It's so cheesy. Unibeam and smart bombs. Iron Man. You float in the air with Iron Man, Unibeam, and smart bombs. Anybody remember that? Iron Man, you float in the air, and you do the beam, smart bomb. It's so cheesy. So cheesy. Oh, now we got the rest of these cannons are for the coaches. Well, there you go. There you have it, folks. There you have it. All those cannons being fired because of it's pretty bad, folks. It's pretty bad. Gatling gun. Oh my gosh. How about a final flash? Line them all up and hit them with a final flash. Or a special beam cannon. Special beam cannon, Piccolo, you know. Or what about the Vegeta's final? What do they call it when he blow himself up? What do you call? What does he call that? The explosion when against Majin Buu when he blew himself up. What does Vegeta call that? I forgot what he called that when he blowed himself up with Majin Buu, Dragon Ball Z, all-time great anime. What was that called? Was that called a certain move when he blew himself up against Majin Buu? But yeah. I need to hit the Bucks with the Renegon. I need to hit the Bucks with the Renegon. The Renegon. Infant Tsukuyomi. You know what I'm saying? You know, Final Impact. Okay. I thought it was something like that. Infinite Tsukuyomi. Or Deep Force. Hit him with the Deep Force. Emergence. The first Hokage. Hit him with the first Hokage special move. Deep Force. Emergence. Or the 1,000 slap Buddha. The big Buddha. Wood style. Hit him with the wood style. Buddha. Hands of 1,000 fists. Wood style. I forget that. Hit him with the wood style. Wood style. Deep Force creation. That's the first Hokage. That's actually the third Hokage is the best one, to be honest with you. Sarutobi Sensei. He knows all the styles. Water style. Water wall jutsu. I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. I watch Naruto, you know, water style. Mud wall. Anyway, yeah, I know. Y'all didn't know that. Y'all didn't know I watched anime too. I watch anime too, folks. Anyway, but there you have it, folks. The Bucks got to get themselves together. No, I like the wood style. Wood style. Wood golem. And the Bucks got to get it together. Thinking about anime now, but So look, I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think it's at the bottom yet. We are not at the bottom, but this game is important, folks, against the Ravens that can run the ball, got an athletic quarterback that can make plays on the run. The Bucs can't get blown out this game. And I'll do a preview of that game Wednesday, I guess. Maybe tomorrow. But hopefully everybody got this off their chest. Hopefully everybody has calmed down. This is not an overreaction. This is the reality of where we at right now with the Bucs. It is what it is. It's not the bottom, folks. It's not the bottom of the barrel. We still are winning the division right now. We're 3-4. I know it sounds crazy, right? But we're 3-4. We're the division leader, and that's the most important thing that the Bucs fans need to realize. Win your division. Get in the playoffs. Get in the playoffs. That's what matters. But we're at the bottom of the barrel. We're not at the bottom almost. We're there. Oh, we almost there, but we'll be okay. Gotta hang on, folks. Have some faith in your team. Have some faith in the Bucs. Everything is not. The season's not over with, folks. We'll be. Hopefully, the Bucs can pull together. No, man. Wood style. Deep forest emergence. Omadara's infant Tsukuyomi. Kaui. You know? Akari. You know? Sasuke's dragon. You know? The dragon that he calls. Kirin. Hit him with Sasuke's dragon. Kirin. But you know JPP gonna tell the Bucs what they're gonna tell. You know JPP gonna tell John Harbaugh what the Bucs are doing, because JPP felt like he got done wrong by the Bucs. So you know he gonna snitch on us. So watch the Ravens have everything ready to roll. Watch. No, man. Wood style. Deep forest emergence. Or the Rinnegan. None of that Dragon Ball Z stuff, man. Give me the Rinnegan or the infant Tsukuyomi or the wood style deep forest emergence. Come on, man. Wake up. Naruto. So what do you call it? Hunter X Hunter or Hunter Hunter? Anyway, Rasengan, no. I'm so tired of that. So tired of the Rasengan. So with that being said, folks, stay tuned for tomorrow. We got some more stuff to talk about. Maybe I'll do the preview video. Hunter X Hunter. Hunter. Have you watched Hunter Hunter? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna get on this. You know what? Before I forget, I'm going to get on the PlayStation right now and send out these requests. Anybody playing PlayStation right now? Because we can get on and maybe get on some Fortnite or something like that. I don't know. Do something, because this has been awful 2 hours to talk about. This is the worst Buckles locker I've had in a long time. And we've had some bad losses. But this is a rock bottom almost. But still got faith on the team. You know what I'm saying? We'll be good. So with that being said, shouts out to all the Pirates Sea Bandits. No locker room talk tonight. Didn't want to do all that. Too much going on. I'll be here for 5 hours. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the cash apps. Folks, calm down. We got to remain calm. Okay? We got to remain calm. Got to remain calm. I'm finna get on this PS5, play me a little something, a little Fortnite, maybe a little Call of Duty, something like that. You know, just kind of get my mind off of this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, shouts out to all the Pirates Sea Bandits. Thank you. It's just crossplay, folks. It's crossplay. Whether you got Xbox or PS5, it's crossplay. It's crossplay. PlayStation Network, Xbox, Microsoft. It's crossplay, cross-platform, folks. You can play. We can play. Fire those cannons. Seize the day. Raise the flag. Hashtag no risky, no biscuit. Hashtag facts or feelings. Hashtag back to bombs away. Hashtag stay humble. Hashtag probability versus possibility. I repeat, probability versus possibility. Hashtag what does your eyes tell you? It tells you a lot now, don't it? See how I talk, I deliver it in a calm manner. No yelling, none of that. No arguing, no debating, just calm, cool, collected. Hashtag trenches matter. As you see, trenches matter. Hashtag don't get mad at me. I don't play. I just talk about it. Don't take none of this personal. Trust me. Don't take it personal. And hashtag it is still Super Bowl or bust. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. 12-5. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Keep y'all head up, man. Deuces.